One morning, Diesel was resting in the shed after taking a long goods train to the quarry and helping Doc shunt trucks in the yard. He was very cross, and as usual, he started complaining.
I always get the hard jobs. Why can't I take a passenger train once in a while?
He grumbled. Just then, Gordon arrived. He had heard what Diesel had said.
You're not suitable for taking passenger trains,
huffed Gordon.
And besides that, you're a diesel, and diesels are not reliable. You don't follow any orders. You try to get your own way and make life difficult for us all.
But Diesel was too tired to listen and went to sleep. That afternoon, Thomas was waiting at Maithwaite Station to pick up his passengers. When James arrived with his train, he let off steam angrily. Diesel is such a show-off. I've had enough of him complaining. It's driving me crazy. He's been rude to me and all the other engines. He's even called me old steam irons. Thomas was very cross. He was determined to pay Diesel out.
Oh, that Diesel! Gordon even told me about the situation. Right, we'll show Diesels what we steam irons can do,
said Thomas, but he wasn't sure how. James continued. He always argues with Gordon. He always moans about him taking the express and that he keeps getting the easy jobs. We must tell the Fat Controller that Diesel's behaviour is getting worse. Thomas was about to answer when the guard blew his whistle and waved his flag. Thomas set off to Knapford Station. He was going to give Diesel a good seeing to. Meanwhile, the Fat Controller was doing some paperwork in his office when the station master came in, along with Thomas's driver.
Sir, we have something to tell you. It's about Diesel, and it's not good. I think it's got something to do with this situation that the other engines are saying he blames them for.
Has Diesel been stirring up lies and trouble again? Asked the Fat Controller.
Yes, sir. Diesel's behaviour has been annoying the other engines. There have also been complaints from the passengers. They are fed up with him, sir.
The Fat Controller got out of his chair and went over to his hat. He was very cross. Right, I'll soon put a stop to that nonsense. I will go to the yard with Thomas. This behaviour stops right now. Later, James was in the yard shunting trucks when Diesel rolled up. He was very rude and began to gossip about the engines.
You steam irons will never learn to shunt trucks or pull passengers as well as us diesels can. You're all worn out and old-fashioned. Your worthy Sir Topham Hatt should get diesels instead. We are more reliable and really useful too. We're better than you steam irons. We can do twice the amount of work as you can, but we don't get as tired as you do. We can go on for longer, and we can work even faster too. Face it, your time is ending, and I'll make sure it does.
Diesel smirked and rolled away. James was very upset and headed for the sheds. Diesel was heading for Knapford. Then he saw Thomas coming up the other line. And to Diesel's horror, the Fat Controller was on board. He looked crossly at Diesel. Diesel, I've heard that you've been saying rude things about my engines. I am very disappointed. I'm glad you got your jobs done, but I am not happy with your behaviour towards the engines. As a punishment, you will do all the shunting work in the yard until I can trust you again.
Yes, sir.
Diesel sulked all day. He dreaded every second he worked. Thomas, James and Gordon were watching him.
I guess that'll keep Diesel busy for a few weeks,
Laughed Thomas. That'll teach him a lesson to call us names and boast about Diesel's taking over, agreed James.
At least we'll have some peace and quiet for a few weeks. And we can get our jobs done much quicker when Diesel isn't there to bother us,
Grumbled Gordon. Diesel had finished his shunting. He rolled into the siding and watched the other engines go home to the sheds. He didn't feel very useful now, and he made sure never to tease steam engines ever again.